we will catch you up in the
We are
process.
here. We are live.
We are live.
Hello and welcome, everybody. It is your favorite Scion of the Stars here, Nova, at your service. I am accompanied, of course, by my friends. We have with Sam, the Dungeon Brewer.
Evening.
We have Scalius.
Howdy.
We have
That'd be nice.
the Zoogle, May. Nice. And we have a Goblin Rose.
Yonk.
Yonk, okay. The Gobbo do a honk. Well, last we
So,
left our heroes.
what happened last time?
When last we left our heroes, they were so y'all dealt with some necromancers. Well, the necromancers were caught. Y'all were cleaning up after the ensuing incident. The goblin went off to do goblin things. Y'all got your contracts, and like I said, the Gabbo fucked off and did he go do something? Probably went to go find Clink, I think his name was. The tinker of her home village. The one who's apparently not allowed into explosive barrels, but still gets into them anyway. There were some conversations talking about like states of affairs within within y'all's various y'all's various city-states and whatnot, nations.
And we've actually started to come up with a plan.
Yes.
Us? Plan? Who'd have thunk?
What is that plan?
Well, we have the start of a plan. Now, whether or not it actually survives is a different story. To give you the footnotes, there are basically 3 major cities that these necromancers are based out of.
Attack.
If I remember right. Okay.
Attack.
And in order for us to stop them, we need to establish some sort of a beachhead, foothold, whatever you want to call it. So we have decided on the city of Bismarck, which is conveniently right next to a river.
Yes.
So, after a little bit of preparation, I assume we're going to be headed there.
That being said, there are other surrounding areas, each with their own unique things. What the fuck was...
Oh, and did we actually get the scouts sent out to Bismarck to start evacuating people, or no? Because I know we discussed doing that, but I don't know if we actually did that. If we didn't actually do that, I think that should be our first step. But that's just me.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember where the fuck I put the notes. Do y'all remember the other city-states names? Because I'm trying to find the notes. And my brain is full of a lot of things, so...
Oh. The other 2 cities, did we actually write this down? think we did.
So I have a quick question. What exactly did I miss last session? Because if I remember correctly, I died.
You didn't die.
No, I meant literally. Like, I literally died. Dead.
Basically, we cleaned up after the necromancers started to formulate. Okay, they're attacking these 3 cities. Bismarck is one of them. And considering our options, we determined that Bismarck was indeed the best option. I don't remember what the 2 other cities were. And unfortunately, that's not in any of my notes.
They were Dardania and Oda on the player.
I cannot use those names.
I mean, let's try to avoid copyright, or at least
Yeah.
make it original.
Yeah. If you
What
gave
the
him a
fuck was
name,
that?
nobody remembers it. What? Was this Solus being Solus?
Why was he a dragon?
No idea. Moving on.
Because he's a
He's a
scaly.
Solitro dragon.
He's a scaly.
Thank you,
Moving on.
mate.
Okay, hang on. We'll do this.
Random name generator.
Here we go.
Here we go.
There you go. And then I'm gonna just.
Alright, thank you.
That's not what I'm pressed. God damn you, asshole.
I
So,
don't know how to pronounce either of these. I'll leave it to Sam.
Veruden and Thalast.
Verdulin.
I assume that's how you pronounce it.
Verdun and Thaliast.
I was close.
Yeah. Fuck's the pin? There it is. Yes, pin it.
Oh,
There we go.
Okay.
So now it's there.
good. Well, I know which city we're hitting after Bismarck. Being the fact that it's on a freaking mountainside. Anyway.
So let me see what it is.
So, at this point, the scene just kind of opens up. Everybody's at kind of the table
1, 2, 3,
with
4.
meals and or drink. So, seems we've come to a bit of a consensus. How soon do we want to deploy the scouts, and how soon do we want to leave for Bismarck? Because ideally we should at least give a day, maybe 2. It depends on how much the populace will agree to being moved.
Or just listen in general.
Exactly.
You know, kidding.
Any
It's hard to say without who will listen.
So some other important things. We should know the surrounding areas of at least this city and whichever cities we go near. It'll take at least a day to get around each sector.
And that's not including a possible ambush on the road?
Yeah.
I'm just keeping in mind that most of the transportation routes are,
But in zombies.
yes, to put it mildly.
Mm-hmm.
Rose, did you say that in character or out of character?
Out of character.
Okay.
There's a very easy distinction on what's in character and out of character for fucking work, please. There's a really easy distinction of what's in character and out of character for Eliza. It's whether or not I sound like a fucking bumpkin.
Well, keep in mind that you're also there, so you could have said it in character
Yeah,
as well.
that's why I asked.
Was
here.
what you was
Yeah,
that what you said in character?
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone's here. We're sitting around the table.
Oh
We've
yeah.
come to a consensus with our food and drink.
By the by, there's also
Then Lizzie will say, "There's also the reason that every other road's probably going to be covered in zombies."
Two.
I mean, that's a good point, and it's also it's as much of an argument against checking them as it is for checking them.
If anything, I would at least like to get my hands on one corpse before burning it to see if there's any sort of sigil. Why? Because necromancers have a
Sigil,
little thing
bite.
about the blood. Well, based on what we gathered, most of these have actually been risen by someone.
That doesn't mean that they can't have infectious bites, though, or that there can't.
I'm fully aware that the fact that zombification can also be a contagion. Yes. I'm just saying that we have a lead. I would like to investigate.
I mean, to be fair, the bodies are going to be very easy to take care of and still study. Just put a bullet in its head before you do anything.
Not quite. You'd still have to burn the corpse, just to make sure that it can't be raised again.
Or used as a flesh golem.
Or both.
Flesh golems are gross. Skelos, you wouldn't know that. Remember, your
that
character.
was an ogre.
Remember, your character knows little and less about lands outside of his own.
Well.
That's what I said. Oh wait, that was an ogre. Never mind.
Yep. That.
Yep. Yeah. Flesh golems are a pain in the ass. Well, kind of.
I still don't want to deal with one. Not in our present condition, anyway.
Oh, by the way, y'all have had a long rest. And
I
since
figured
y'all
as
have had
much.
a long rest, now is as good a time as any to remind you how rests function.
Oh, and I should also do the pain roll.
Oh yeah, you should, and Rose should do the exhaustion.
All right.
Motherfucker. I forgot what my hit points. Why are my hit points gone? Where did my hit points go?
What?
They went over that way.
I pressed long rest and my hit points disappeared.
Oh. Oh, that's actually not that bad. So
Hells.
for our audience, Beatrice actually has a chronic pain condition. So I have to roll a d10 every single day. the lower the roll, the better off she is. And I rolled a 2, so she's fine. Or at least she's not hurting as bad as she could.
Yeah.
For audience's knowledge, Lizzie also has a similar mechanic, except it's not chronic pain, it's chronic fatigue.
Yep.
And yes, the two can be read together, though they are not mutually exclusive.
Right.
Neat.
This is only section 3, so you should be able to find the hit points.
I mean, it also depends on
If nothing else, we can just.
Hun, if you need me to send you the rules, well, let me know.
I've got the rule set pulled up. I'm trying to find a D8.
Just use Roll20?
I don't wanna because the electronic rolls are evil.
They are.
Why does everybody bitch about the electronic rolls?
They
When
hate
you get
you.
screwed over by them, then what do you think?
Sam, do I need to remind you of the nightmare of the Starfinder session when we found Rose's character and nobody could hit anybody?
That was not the worst part. That's actually not the worst session I had. It was the sci-fi sorceress who couldn't roll above a 10.
At least that one was centralized to one person. This one was everybody. This one was literally everyone. Nobody could hit anybody worth a shit. I had a fucking duel with the captain, and I literally neither one of us could hit each other. And I used Black Hole to try and get them closer to me, and then I realized that was a mistake because it just got them closer to their goal as well because they were gonna run away.
Anyway, back on target here.
I remember one game, the DM had about 30 enemies fighting us at the same time, and they rolled for each one individually, and they all missed.
Okay, so I slept, but it's like I slept enough to be functional, but also was a bad sleep. So I take a stress point.
Oh, lovely.
Nightmares.
And for the audience and the rest of us, what exactly do stress points do?
Stress points is part of the D&D disability systems, where it's basically a, how do I describe this? It's basically a thing from 0 to 5 that is levels of how stressed your character is and how much that's affecting them.
Okay. So you are at stage 1.
I'm at stage 1. I don't start taking negatives to any checks until stage 3.
Okay.
And at stage 5 is basically a shutdown.
Fair enough, because you have gotten very little to no sleep. Makes sense.
Well, she's not sleep; it's just a bad sleep. The bad touch sleep.
It's like I gotta sleep, but it's when it's one of those types of sleeps when you ain't had nothing but nightmares and you wake up and it's just like, fuck this.
Yep.
And you don't have
especially with
you don't have any exhaustion points. You just also I'm doing the 1 D&D exhaustion because that is a lot better than the classic exhaustion because that's.
Admittedly, that's one of the few things from 1D&D that I actually like.
Oh yeah, it's just one of.
Wait a minute, my hit points came back.
I gave you hit points.
Did you give me the correct ones?
I think so.
Who tells these days you hit points?
I close enough, I think. Anyway, Rose, it was me.
But-
It was me rolling for your hit points. If anything, you got more hit points out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
But again, for the audience, when the chronic fatigue and the chronic pain come up, we'll try to explain as much as we can, considering most of these are dice rolls. And yeah.
And one more thing for the audience on my side to explain, and something that might be a reminder for each of you. The way that rests function in this game. To get the benefits of a long rest, you need to be in a sanctuary. That is effectively a place where you can go to sleep in a bed.
So, as an example, Lehman's tiny hut wouldn't count.
Damon's tiny hut would not count.
Okay.
Not even Magnificent Mansion would count. You have to be in a city.
I question that because Lehman's Tiny Hut and Tiny Hut and Magnificent Mansion are for the exact purpose of creating a sanctuary on the roof.
Yeah, and they're for the exact purpose
Like-
of breaking situations. So
It's
they're for the exact purpose of making a very dangerous situation a very safe situation, which is why I've done this.
Yeah, that's their point, though.
Yeah,
Let's-
I'm doing this to avoid the abuse of those spells.
Can any of us even cast those spells?
I could, but I do not have it in my spell book.
I mean, I probably should take it, but I don't have it.
Anyway, now that we've tabled that discussion, because that is important for people to know.
Oh, and for a secondary thing, Lizzie is also using D&D Disabilities autism mechanics because this has just become my normal. Because I like these mechanics.
Okay.
Where did you mechanics come from?
Who made them?
The mechanics came from. Hold on, I can find this. Give me a second.
What have you done,
Yeah,
May?
somebody
What?
actually created them, and
But I was curious.
You were curious, but now Rose isn't gonna let it go until she finds it.
Sorry.
point is, the mechanics we're using in question are homebrew.
Yeah, they're homebrew mechanics that you can find more of on Twitter at D&D Disability. Just to toss those out to the actual creator who made them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Also, yeah, Lizzie, there is a particular mechanical creature that is here that you did not see before.
Well,
She's going to look at it. I forgot the DM NPC's character. She's going to look at it. Look at Luke. Look at it. Sigh. That one of yours?
Yeah. His name's Siba. He's a good boy. And he passed the drone on the head. Well, on the top of the drone's body. It chirps and whistles in content.
Garuk is just trying. He's wanting to tap, not like really hardly tap, not hard tap on it. He's just more confused by it again. He has seen it before, yes, but he's still just like, where do you keep popping out of?
Oh, the Astro Hanger.
Oh,
Um,
temporal hangar?
Extra dimensional
It's
space that
a
I have.
place to store
To,
stuff.
yeah.
Everything you just, both of you just said, just went completely over Groot's head. Like, he's just like, what?
So imagine a
In one ear
closet
and
in
out
the
the other.
air.
I mean, a place to store stuff is just simple as it gets.
Yeah.
I'm
Imagine.
not sure how you put a closet in the air, but you know, people can do weirdo change. So
Yeah.
Even with you saying that, he still just has the look of confused as fuck.
Alright, big boy. Imagine a closet for wizards.
That is also not correct.
Closet.
It may not be
Or
entirely correct, but it's something he can understand.
a
Oh,
closet for
do
wizards.
you not know what a wizard is?
He's trying to wrap his head around it as best as he can, but he's not
So-
really getting
It's
it.
it's a
imagine
magic
when-
closet in the sky.
Yeah. So imagine you.
That
you
is
try
as
to,
simple as it can get.
imagine you try to open a door that isn't there, but it is there.
Again, just looks confused as all hell.
It's all right. We'll explain it. we can.
We'll,
we can get to
we'll,
that
we'll,
later.
when you
we'll
put
explain
it
it
like
as
that, you make it even more confusion.
we'll
'Cause
explain things as
Is
we
he
go.
not there or it's not there? There is no in between.
It's a door, but up.
Regardless, we should focus on the task at hand, i.e., supplies. And considering how many days is it going to take for us to travel?
Let's switch you over to the map of the
The map.
area. So you are currently
Colors.
here.
Hang on.
You,
Let me zoom out. Let me zoom out for the people who might be watching my end. So,
Yggdrasil is right
You
here.
just
You know
hit
what?
zoom the fit.
true. And we are headed to
We're headed to Bismarck,
here.
which
Yep.
is going to take
20 feet.
one. Yes, Bismarck is exactly 20 feet from Yggdrasil. Shouldn't take that long. But no, so this is 1 day of travel, 2 days of travel,
Okay.
and then either this way or this way. But you also are gonna want. Luke did also suggest to look at the area or travel around the areas around Bismarck before you actually go in. To Bismarck.
Just to make sure that it's clear, and or if we need to clear a path, we can clear it. Yeah.
Yeah, and to make sure, like, because sometimes there might be a little bit of a hideout hiding somewhere.
So that's gonna be what week roughly?
May, can you please? Thank you. So
Rose,
1,
stop.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It'll take you most of a 10-day to get there.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna need to see if Madrin can do how big of a badge that she can do, because I don't want to have to ration on meds. And yes, Garuk did have a very potent concoction. However, I don't feel comfortable using that long term. Considering, yeah,
Oh, not to mention you might also wish to go around the little loops of these areas as well. That's up to you, though.
Let's start around Bismarck and go from there. Oh, Well,
We'll be
Bye.
there by next month, maybe.
Uh,
Mhm.
how much? Uh, how much would it be to stop and get rations and
Oh, hell.
a top up on maintenance gear for
Give me a
Lizzie's
moment.
gun and auto mail?
Give me a moment.
well, not. It's not just for you. It's kind of supplies for all of us in general.
Mhm.
That was what Lizzie was looking for.
Mm.
It's just her auto mail is something that she also has to keep in mind.
Aroma.
When 3 of your limbs are made of metal,
Fucking hell.
gotta take care of them.
Right?
Oh, look at that. You did the thing again. Oh, man. I sure am surprised that you did the thing again.
Everything okay?
Can anybody understand what he is saying?
But I'm not.
Now
It
does
sounds
it?
like he's yelling at the gods.
He's trying to dig for something. I don't know what he's trying to dig for.
He's searching for gold.
Mhm.
But maybe we can team up with a caravan that's headed out for Bismarck. If we're actually that lucky.
We gonna smash more of them Roddies?
That's
Eventually.
well
That's
that,
what they hired us for.
that's the intention. Um however we have to get there first.
Ah.
Which means we might be with a caravan, which is a group of people, typically merchants, which is people who sell things or, well, trade things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Big Bubba. Do you know what money is?
Uh,
As much as it's the greatest evil on this planet, do you know what it is?
he's from the Forgotten Wilds. I'm not entirely sure.
He just puts his coin pouch down like, you talking about this? Doesn't say anything, he just has the look on his face.
Yes.
At least he knows something.
First of all, don't be rude.
Most likely.
Don't be rude.
He just flicks the one of the ears.
That gets a quick draw.
Hey, both of you.
Calm down, you two.
That's very insulting in goblin culture, by the way.
Yeah, well, Rude gets what Rude does.
Miss Sims, please don't assume his intelligence. I'm sure he is quite wise. And
He lives
you,
in
Garuk,
North.
we lost.
Cal
We
had to
lost,
go.
we lost Cal.
Yeah, we lost Cal, which
Yeah.
honestly that's fine.
Yeah, they had to
And
go.
you, Garuk, please don't touch people unless they specifically need or ask to be.
Don't fake the knife feels. Stay that harsh.
Do
Can
I
you
look,
not call us night ears?
What? I have them too.
do I look like an elf?
You're a goblin, so you're just a clean elf. a lean elf midget.
Oh,
Pretty
wait.
much.
So they do. And he's not doing this to be insulting, but he's like, wait, they actually do come in small. Is what he's. That's what he's saying, but he's being genuine. He's not trying to be an asshole.
Yeah. It.
David,
Yes.
what
On
you've
that
done
very
now.
statement, he was like, wait, what?
Lizzie is just going to pinch the bridge of her nose and like turn away from the conversation and start start doing some basic maintenance on her arm. So you all see her raise her arm to like even with her shoulder, spin it a bit, and then click something, and then she just pulls her arm off and starts tinkering it with it.
The moment
Hey.
that
Oh, hey,
happens,
Bauer,
he
this
just
child
immediately
will take the
stands
bubble
up.
chain.
Oh?
Garuk, don't touch that. It is not yours. And I don't think she wants you messing with it.
No,
To
he
begin with.
panicked. He panicked the moment he took her arm off.
Oh.
It's just technology, buddy.
It's fine. It's fine. She's fine.
But
Oh, wait till.
her arm.
Yeah, she probably lost it long ago.
Or at least
Oh.
the
y'all fucking hear me?
actual.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Were you saying something? I don't think we were annoying you.
Okay. I mean, a little bit ago I said I'll be right back. Give me a moment, and then y'all kept talking.
So that's
We were
what
just
the aggressive mothering
roleplaying
was.
amongst ourselves.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what the aggressive muttering was.
We couldn't hear you before. You just sounded like it was Tibble, like you were talking to somebody far away from your mic. And then it was silent.
Unfortunately, it's a little warm in my room right now, so
Fair enough.
70 degrees in March.
So, after trying to diffuse things between Miss Sims and Garuk to prevent a international incident, his night.
Oh, that's what I wanted you guys to do. I want each of y'all's is. Roll me a perception. A general perception for being in the city state.
I am very good at that.
Yeah, boy.
Woo!
Hey!
As a natural 20.
Both of you? Okay.
Plus 13, so 33.
Oh, yeah.
22.
Alright.
I'm the only one that lowered below a 20. I feel the same.
It's alright.
You're good, my dude. You're good.
I could roll a 2 and still be above a 10.
Yeah.
I know that.
Expertise be something. So this is a roll that y'all will be making every time you enter a new hex to see what you can see beyond the hex. You'll get general vibes as to what each hex is. Remember, this is a hex crawl. So effectively, this allows you to see the general scopes of what each hex is. Remember, every time you capture a hex, which is effectively doing the encounter for that hex, every time you capture a hex, moving through there no longer costs you any sort of rations. As you have mastered the hex, you know the general area. You know how to forage there without spending any extra bullshit. Without having to make checks.
Okay, so are we already leaving the city? Because we still need to get supplies.
No. No, this is something that I meant to have you guys roll immediately when you got here, but shit just people just
Not
kept,
about.
people just started immediately doing shit. So it's like I'm going to wait until I have my chance.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, good.
Alright.
So, and this means
So what? So what do our elf and non-elf eyes see?
I might need to do. Oh boy, I'm gonna get to draw with a mouse.
Well, this could
Boy.
go well.
So,
I hope.
to the direct north of you, there are plateaus. To the direct south of you, there's a bit of a marshy land. To southeast, I believe, yes, southeast, there's a kind of open, like almost a half plains, half foresty area.
Excuse me.
How do I draw that?
Tree? Half tree? A leaf?
Oh, good. I can't just Control Z to delete something. Hate that. Okay.
Yep.
To the northeast is what appears to be. Actually, I might. No, that's not what I said when I said Control All, you idiot. There. You're stupid and can't. What the fuck? I'm trying to change the size of you, you fucker.
For text box?
Wait. Yeah.
Have you tried Control G? Or at least Control G to actually get a hold of it?
That's. I mean, I can grab the thing, but I. Whatever. It's gonna have to be right there. I'll just do it this way. Okay. Fuck it. We'll just do this. And I'll use text here for each of this. To your northwest, you see, oddly, rather a lot of snow. which is a bit strange considering it's not snowy seemingly anywhere else.
Hmm. And just so we're clear, it isn't winter at all.
No.
Where we are, correct?
Correct. It is spring.
That makes a little bit more sense, but still a little weird.
And to the southwest, there is a chasm. Not something that you guys necessarily saw so much as heard of. So, let me. So the chasm is kind of like the big, I guess the big thing about that zone, about that sector. It's the big, what is it type thing, because it's new. Within the swamp, I mean, swamps are swamps.
Swamp.
And anyone who's played Magic the Gathering knows how bad swamps can be.
Hey.
Well, if you ever played a Souls game.
True.
So yes.
Okay. The swamp is you're told that there are quite possibly druidic necromancers there, but these are but rumors. Within the Plains Forest area, there are rumors that there are infighting amongst the locals there. And the Burnt Forest is from a rather recent skirmish with necromancers that led a different adventuring party, which liked to use a lot of fire magic, which there might be remnants of a forest fire there.
All right.
Fire is my chain.
Well, I will admit, well, the Brent Force didn't seem ideal for gathering resources. We might be able to get some more information off of the other adventurers without getting into conflict.
Well, that's if they ain't the type to shoot first and ask questions later.
Oh, like you?
Touche.
It's literally just like
She pauses for a second there, and it's like she raises the screwdriver she's using to fix to do maintenance on her own, and just like pauses for a second and slowly lowers it, goes back to tinkering on her own. It's like, touche, you fucking got me there.
You just see Guru put his index finger together, what would be the equivalent of his middle finger and index finger together. Then he does the ring. You see him basically put one finger over the other until he has three of them together, and he just goes, "Ah."
I
promise I will not burn them unless absolutely necessary.
No, he got the joke.
That's
what it was. Is he got the joke?
Okay.
Oh my
It
god.
wasn't necessarily a joke, just an observation.
May.
Huh?
Enjoy that.
Oh no.
Enjoy that.
So-
One. That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
We at least have. Again, we have a lead, but we still should get supplies before even considering this idea.
And I asked about that 20 minutes and got nothing.
yeah, because you were asking while I was getting called away. While I was saying one moment, one moment, one moment.
I will pout.
Don't. Anyway. Well,
So what was your
I need to
question?
swing by Mad Jane's for sure.
Yeah. Let's move the ribbon back.
Lizzie will put her arm back in its socket and spin it and say, alright, so who wants to go shopping with me?
Sure. I'll give you
I
some. I can see what they got for tech here. Seems to be a bit clockwork, which could be very useful, very fun.
Mad Jane's is more of a general store, and Beatrice will immediately start pulling out a separate notebook and what basically equates to a ballpoint pen, and just starts jotting down things. Is there anything you guys want me to keep an eye on, like spell scrolls?
I just need monster parts, and we'll be fine.
If you find any magic metals, that'd be interesting.
I could certainly try, but I am going to a general store.
Yeah. Or any sort of magic material. See if I can anything that I might be able to incorporate into my mech or into Siba.
If in that general store is like the general stores back home, if you could pick me up a box 762, that'd be great.
Sorry?
She'll pull something off of she'll pull a round off of a bandolier and say, I need more of these.
Ah, I see. Keep in mind, Kusanali does have firearms, but they're more of conduits for spells than actual firearms. Yeah, basically.
She'll pull the round back off of a bandolier and toss it to her.
Actually, there might be.
Yeah. Can I do a dexterity check it at disadvantage, considering it's so small?
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright.
Using like a demon again.
I mean, a 762 is about 5 inches.
No, it is not. The
It's-
762 is like 3 inches long.
It's small enough that she's not able to catch it very well. Yeah.
Fuck it.
Oh
We'll,
Ah, shit.
okay, that's.
Where did it land?
that's
Where'd the ground
interesting.
land?
Huh?
Siba manages to catch it.
Siba?
The drone?
The drone.
Me.
The drone goes down and the bullet lands perfectly. So like the flat end of it lands on its head.
Thank you, Siva. Proceeds to take it.
Happy chirps and whistles.
Well, I'll be damned.
And
You managed to teach a robot how to fetch.
Or
It's actually a drone.
very gently pet the little thing.
It makes more happy chirps and whistles.
I am going to make a note that the piece of ammunition is now in the trench coat of holding.
Actually, do you mind if I take a look at one of those too? I want to compare. He takes the gun saber off his back and sort of removes one of the bullets.
And a bullet at that table.
She'll pull another one off of off of her bandolier and say, as long as you're willing to trade,
Sure.
she'll toss it to him as well.
Yep. And you will get a different kind of bullet. I'm not a bullet expert, so I wouldn't know what kind of. I, as a person, don't know the special kind of bullet.
You
that I'm
can't
looking-
even talk about like a very generic type, like a 50 chow or something.
A question: how do your gun blades work? Do they work like in FF14, or do they work like in Final Fantasy 8?
The gun saber has one aspect where it is a long sword, and one aspect where it is a revolver.
That
Yes,
It can
doesn't
shoot.
really narrow
that
it down.
doesn't
Which
you
which
have no idea
It
how
does not
little.
Peter
you have
The
Parker
no
is.
swings
idea.
do not explode. The swings do not explode.
So
Okay.
it doesn't use the vibrations of the round going off like in Final Fantasy 8.
Yeah, it functions more like the Garlean's gun blades in FF14. Because those ones also don't do the swing explode. It's or sorry, the regular gun blades, the non-Garlean gun blades in FF14 are the ones that do the explodey swings. The Garlean's gun blades are the ones that you aim down the sights and you fire it off.
The done part of your sword, does it look like a revolver or
Yes.
so like maybe a Smith and Wesson or something like that?
Yes, it's 500 Smith
My,
Wesson
my
bone
thought
collector.
was cold, but that works too.
It's a fucking bone collector. Yeah, there you go.
Excuse me.
Anyway, again, I'll see what I can do. I don't think I can promise anything.
Just as long as it matches that round, I'll be fine.
I cannot guarantee, but I will certainly try.
Alright. So we have ourselves, well, we have two places that people are going. Anyone else want to join one of the two sets?
Rukta stands more near Beatrice.
Okay.
I
I was about to say, whom isn't an answer?
Fair. As Garuk is traveling with Beatrice, she will try to keep him on her left side. So that way, if they were to be attacked, then her weakness is kind of covered by
Covered.
him.
Alright.
Does he
Human
move
shield.
anywhere?
Well, when you don't have use of your left hand very well.
Does Hibara wish to go with either one of the groups?
No.
Okay.
Everybody just sits down and goes the fuck to sleep.
Hibara sits at the table smoking weed, probably.
No, she doesn't do charge.
Okay.
I mean,
She meditates.
So
I don't know.
That's tomorrow's game.
I mean, who's to say that you can't meditate and smoke weed at the same time? For some people, they're one and the same.
I was
True.
going to say most, well, I shouldn't say most shrine traditions, but there are a couple traditions that do actually involve some sort of drug.
Not everyone can be the great Snage, the dog of Snoop.
Anyway, back on target.
Alright, okay, so we're gonna do an initiative check here.
One representative per party.
Yes.
Skellis, would you like to do the roll, or would you like me to do the roll?
I'll do the roll.
Alright.
Uh, 19.
And why the fuck is... Does this want to function over here?
Thank you, Sam.
No problem.
There we go. Okay, and it doesn't matter whether or not Luke or Lizzie roll, because they're same fucking initiative modifier anyway.
So, a
I
19
rolled
versus
16.
16 total or 16 with,
Uh,
on the die? Oh boy.
That's a dirty 20.
Soft 20.
Alright, so our techies are going first.
That's fair. So, what is it exactly that functions the automail there?
She'll look up at him and can I insight that?
Yeah, go for it, man. Or go for it.
24.
Alright, and what is it that you're trying to insight? Like, what are you trying to get out of it?
Like, is he being genuine, or is this like a, like, we could do this better, why do you have that type way?
Oh, no. It's definitely it's definitely, like, a genuine curiosity. It's not like, because he knows, like, some of how other countries function with their, like, some of how other countries, like, level of tech is. He knows full well that, like, the match tech that that Octavia uses is one of the highest grade, but he's not going to discount other kinds of tech. So he's genuinely curious to see how the tech functions. And this can be contrasted to the fact that, and you can also pick this up because you recall from what he said before. When they said, I think they use like clockwork here, like for the city. That's really fascinating. It's more or less he's trying to gather information because he's just an eternal scholar. Or at least loves to learn about tech.
Well, it's a mechanical prosthesis that is interconnected directly into my nervous system.
Wait,
So,
like your nerves are independent, or your nerves are directly connected to it?
yes, it's expensive and not exactly a pleasant thing going in. But she'll lift her arm up and show the like intricacies of the movement. Move each finger independently. Show that it's 99% the same as a regular arm.
That is
It's replaced most of the functionality of my original arm, just with additional maintenance and well, I gotta eat just a little bit more to maintain them. Make sure my blood stays regular. Because, well, it's being used as fuel.
blood is fuel. Huh.
Kind kinda, sorta, it's not exactly, but it might as well be.
We have cybernetics back at home, but they're mostly. I mean, there is a connection, a hardware connection that is there, but it's also due to the Magitech. It's usually connected via the soul. So the nerves of those that lose limbs in Octavia usually kind of, the nerve endings for where they would connect at usually die off, and it's usually just controlled via sort of a psychic link. There's actually this kind of cool doctor. You wouldn't expect it, right? He's a mind flayer, and he's this really chill dude.
Oh boy.
Letting a mind flayer doctor on you.
Psychic links, psychic. A variety of things, but there is one of the big things is using psychic energies to.
Again, I reiterate, you're letting some of those brain-eating monsters doctor on you.
Actually, he doesn't eat brains. Well, at least not like people brains or even animal brains. It's more. There's a bit of a weird cloning thing going on. It's artificial brains that aren't necessarily real. Trust me, he doesn't run. He's also working on a way of getting
Right.
illithids to reproduce via means that don't kill other people.
Pardon me if I ain't exactly inspired by his goodwill.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. I've heard how illithids function outside of Octavia. We seem to have the irregular bunch.
Have they gotten to have they gotten to the stores yet?
Yeah. There are a variety of You're looking for. Sorry, what specifically were you looking for again?
Rations and gear maintenance mostly.
Okay. Yeah, you are in a
But
bizarre...
when I think what Lizzie is going to consider proper rations and what Beatrice is going to consider proper rations are going to be two very different things.
Well, not quite.
You're
She's
looking
used to
for
being on the
ways to
road.
rest.
No, she's looking for salt beef, cornbread, that type of shit.
What do you think Beatrice was looking for?
Street tacos.
It's food you can have on the road.
Street tacos.
Eat tacos.
No,
Hey.
Cusinelli knows what a taco is, but yeah, no.
Okay, what about tacos in a bag?
The player
Or
does,
walk-
but
I
the
hate
group
that.
would not.
You hate them?
I hate that as a concept.
They're not terrible, just not great.
Anyway,
Well, yes, trail rations vary. Basically, pita pocket versus cornbread.
hardtack.
Anyway. Yeah,
Hey, don't
there's,
knock hardtack. Hardtack's good.
Archon
Not
loaf.
really. there's
May Archon
the point
loaf.
is there there are some commonalities between the nations that make sense.
Like it's like she's specifically getting like instead of like dried ready to use rations, she's specifically getting cooking materials that will last.
Flour, rice, beans.
Yeah, like flour, beans,
You find a can of chili.
preserved salt beef.
There is a can of chili that somebody's selling. Actually, several.
Bless you.
I didn't know you could tin chili. What's in this?
Oh, there's a variety of. You just kind of list through your kind of bog standard like chili stuff like beef and like fucking my brain, please.
Beef, beans, peppers.
Yeah.
Beans are technically optional, but okay.
Some of them have
I
beans,
like
some of them
beans
don't.
in chili. She will buy enough of both variants of beans and beanless chili for at least a day or two for everybody in the party.
Okay.
Alongside like the rest of the cooking rations.
Let's see here then. We're gonna say it's actually, how much? We'll just base it off of how rations work. How much do rations cost in 5e? Don't say it depends. If you say it depends,
I think one for a day is like a silver piece. I think.
Oh boy, thank you for telling me the price, game. Or Roll20, you're an asshole. You are an asshole.
And on D&D Beyond, 1 day rations is 5 silver pieces.
5 silver pieces. Oh yeah, there's 5 silver. 5
Half
silver. So you're looking for like
She's
8 days.
She's getting 8 days worth for the party. It's specifically cooking supplies, not like
Yeah, it's stuff that you're.
cleaning rations.
So. So it's gonna be. Jesus Christ, 20 gold? Yeah, that sounds about right though. I mean, it's 8 days of rations for 5 people, right? So it's 20 gold there.
Yeah. $5 minus 20.
Now on to the fun stuff. Oh, they got a puzzle box here. Okay. Luke finds a puzzle box and like instantly solves it. These things tend to happen when you have a 20 intelligence.
Puzzle? What's a puzzle? Everything's so easy to him.
Yeah. They move it like this and like that, and they're apart and it's opened. The person selling it's just like Luke is pulled off aside because he's gonna now the person's pride has been challenged.
He's getting a talking down to by the local toy store manager. Uh, can I try and look for automail maintenance supplies?
So the way that it, this is, oh well, I guess Gearpunk does function here. So yeah, there's probably a store that's designed specifically for that. So you find
She'll
your,
blink when she finds an entire mechanical prosthetics store.
well, welcome in. What can I do for you?
Looking for maintenance supplies. Don't mind the bird.
That is, as you mentioned, that it's just the drone flying
I
about.
don't have it. No, not the drone. I'm talking about her.
Oh yeah, you have a
familiar.
familiar, don't you? You don't have a token for it, though.
Yeah. I don't have a token for it, and I do, but how do token?
The reason I thought drone was because Garuk thinks that or at least thought that the drone was a metal bird.
When he first saw it, he did.
How do token?
You pull out from.
I think she means to create the token, which we can do another time.
No, I have the token here. I have Mutan's character sheet. It's just clicking and dragging and doing shit. Out there.
Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. What was it again that you're looking for?
Just maintenance gear.
Oh, okay. I think we have a box of. You're just looking for like some tool. You're running out of like oil and stuff.
It's like I got the tools on me. I'm fairly good with tinkering tools. I just need a supply of common and broken parts, just in case I'm going out in the field.
Okay.
Oils and the lack would also be
That'll be like.
wouldn't be underappreciated.
All right, I can work with that. I can figure that something for you.
It's like I'm needing parts for arm and a leg. You got a chair.
Yeah.
She'll pull the chair over and she'll pull the chair over and she'll start popping the limbs off just to make sure that they can get matching models.
All right.
She pulls her right arm off at the shoulder, her right leg off above the knee,
Yeah.
and her left leg below the knee.
All right. This won't be too terribly hard. Okay. Nothing specialized, so I'll say it's about 5 gold.
You know what? Go ahead and double the amount of spare parts, and she'll hand them 10 gold.
All right. Sounds like a plan. After a while, Luke comes in. Man, that guy really, really wanted to test me. Wait, some of these double as... Is that a gun arm? A gun attached to an arm. Interesting. Not that I can't say that not that that can't function.
It's like he'll see Lizzie's like reconnecting the last limb, and she'll say, I mean, sometimes there's a benefit to that. Hidden knife, hidden gun, always having a weapon on you.
Yeah. I'm gonna flip back over at this moment to the people going to the general store.
In this case, Mad Jane.
Mad Jane.
Oh boy. So as we come in,
Oh, you're not
How
gonna
cluttered.
roleplay walking over to it?
I mean, we could. Not sure what to explain to Garuk on the way there, though.
The two of you having a conversation.
Again, Kruger's just like a kid in a candy store. He doesn't know what to look at, so he's just looking all over the place. There will be times where you have to actually grab him and be like, close to me. This is what'll happen, because he'll start to wander off.
At this point, she'll just kind of link her left arm with his. So that way, if he starts to go in a different direction, she can kind of try to pull him back.
Karuk. Shiny teal liquid in a strange container.
I have to make a strength test for this, because he's going right for it.
Oh no!
Never seen a liquid like this before. It might be a monster part. Must see.
Fair. Is this like actually in the shop? Is this just in the
This
shop
is in the
window?
shop. This is in
Like
the shop.
what?
This is in the shop.
Okay. So Garuk first.
Interesting.
Yeah, what's your strength check?
I wonder what that came from.
Yeah.
Scalus, roll a strength check, please. As you, what's up?
18.
18, okay.
That's gonna be rough to beat.
You do not beat it.
Eh?
However, roll a perception
Close,
check, Beatrice.
Active perception, I assume.
Yeah, your attention is trying to get him to not bull and China shop this.
Yep.
That is enough.
He wouldn't do that.
That is still enough to know to see the sign. These are sodas. These are carbonated beverages.
So do
Garuk, would you like me to get you one?
Is it not a monster part?
No, actually.
Well, what is it then?
It's a beverage.
Like
And
mead?
a little sweeter. And a lot fizzier. I assume this is, what, $1?
Fizzier?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's... She'll get him one and show him how to uncork it or
yep, it's a cork.
open
It's a
the
cork.
bottle.
Because they realize not everyone's gonna have a bottle opener.
Yeah. So she'll just kind of uncork it. Try it.
Since you said it was like a meat, he immediately starts to try and chug it, but the problem is once that
Yeah.
carbonation hits his throat, he immediately spits it back up and is just choking badly.
Oh boy.
Actually, Scout.
Maybe.
Scout. Roll me a con check, please.
You don't need to get tied into the roleplay like that.
Yeah. Also, roll me a con
Con-
save.
Oh boy. Okay. 18.
Okay, yeah. So you're not choking or anything. You,
But you're definitely not used to it.
yeah, you spit it.
No.
Like, you get
None
you get a
whatsoever.
sip and you spit it out. Like, what the hell? However,
Yeah, no, he throws that out of his hand like, ow, no. That
Beatrice will
was
quickly
not
use
what
mage hand to catch it,
yep, yeah. You
so that
catch
way
it,
there's
okay.
not glass in the store.
So there's not glass in the store, and so it's not, you know.
Well,
Not spilling everywhere.
I
However,
suppose it's a
there is
bit
a-
of a acquired taste.
However, what you noticed aside from the fizzy, Scowl, is something interesting. Something familiar.
Oh boy. Wait,
Oh,
say that?
boy.
Something familiar?
Something familiar. With the taste.
Okay.
Though that flavor was gumlao fruit. The gumlao fruit from your home. Those special teal berries that you loved so much growing up. You would always, if you ever saw a patch, you would always nab the fruit off of it.
Yes, he would. You just see him. He's doing the equivalent of smacking his lips while he is pressing the tongue against the roof of his mouth. So it just looks more like a snake sticking its tongue out. What? Gonglao?
Is that what it tastes like?
Would you be familiar with this food?
Yes, he would. Oh, maybe you. Sorry.
No, I know you would, Sal.
Yeah. She would know of it, but she hasn't actually had it.
Yeah, you've probably heard of it because of the. Some people have managed to sneak their way through into that territory.
And also, it's a case of Kusanali kind of borders the Forgotten Wastes a little bit, so little crossover there.
Is there a way I could get that again, but without the burning pain?
She'll just kind of look for a shopkeeper of sorts. There might be a juice. I'm not entirely sure.
Do manage to find
I haven't had
a
that in a
gumlao
while.
juice. It's not that hard to find. They're kind of,
Uh-huh.
the juice and the soda are next to each other.
Yeah, and again, it's probably just a gold.
Yeah.
This might suit your tastes a little bit better. And she'll uncork the juice again. I assume it's kind of same packaging.
Yeah.
It's like you just handed a kid his first gift on his birthday. The moment you hand him that juice. Because he just starts chugging the whole thing.
Easy! Please don't try to check in the store.
Now roll a con save again, please.
Oh no!
16.
No, you're good. It actually,
I need a con save for juice.
because he's chugging it.
It's
with
more.
he's chugging it at
Yeah,
reckless abandon and is not drinking it safely.
Yeah, and it's also a case of he could be drinking it so fast that he ends up throwing it up.
Yeah, or it going down the wrong hole.
Uh,
Also, yeah,
Those
were
a while.
by the way, those were vending machines.
oh, I'm sure I can get you another one once we're done with our shopping.
Oh, and what have we here? Two young'uns looking for the good stuff, huh?
Well, well, yes.
Well, you've come to the
Um,
right place. What can I get for you?
I would like
I
I
will
would like to
be.
point out that Devil Joanna is with them if they are not inside a building.
You are inside of a building.
Yeah,
She's outside.
inside a grocery store, dude.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, she's outside.
we're
Okay,
inside
I
a
didn't.
building.
Well,
She's
I heard vending
outside.
machine, and I've seen vending machines outside, so I didn't know.
No, it's sometimes vending machines are inside, my dude.
Eh, it depends. Anyway, um, I'm going to be completely blunt in saying this, but my associates and I will be taking a roughly 10-day trip, and we will be needing rations. We will be needing, well, I wouldn't say extra clothing, but at least camping supplies. And
Oh.
you wouldn't happen to be an alchemist, would you?
Mad Jane's the best alchemist in this town.
Well, and she'll kind of reach in her coat, and Guru kind of sees this, but she produces an old note card.
Ah, one of them
I would like.
types.
Yes, and it's honestly the best way to be direct. I would like to commission you some variation of this medicine, enough for the trek, at the very least.
Hmm. Well, let's take a look at their ingredients.
And
Why are you using?
just
Why are you using crash flour for this? I mean, it'll do in a pinch, but
admittedly, it's crash flour. In this context, would it be anti-inflammatory? Would it be like what's its role in this little concoction?
So crash flour in this concoction is something to help keep any sort of like pain from spreading. It's to localize.
Okay. It's one of the best anesthetics that I've had access to. Or at least as far as I understand.
There's this look on her face. Go ahead and roll an insight.
Yeah.
Can't see shit, Captain.
Yeah, she's.
Can I roll an insight for it?
I'm
Sure, but
since he's there,
yeah, we'll give it. Yeah.
he might be able to get something that she's not.
Maybe.
What?
We both are idiots because even with the modifier to the insight, that's a 4 and I rolled a 5, so neither of us are catching shit, Captain.
I'm not an idiot. I'm just not paying attention at the moment.
Your modifier is, but your modifier is a 4, right? And you rolled a 5. Also 9. You notice. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
You'll both notice that I mean, it's the one easy part about this is that there's a bit of I don't want to say contempt isn't the right word. It's the
It's not contempt. Is it condescension?
a little bit.
Fair.
Meh.
Um, if you have alternatives, I'd be open to trying some. Just nothing religious, please.
Aversion to religious or spiritual type. I can work with that. All I got is pure medicinal anyway. But let me fire something up in the back for you. Something I think you'll like real well.
As long as it works, I'll take what I can get.
Karuk's just like, seems legit!
You
As he gives 2 thumbs up!
with your passive perception, you hear her mutter something. You hear her mutter something like fucking fucking crash flower. Really? That's what Beatrice hears.
Yeah, and she just kind of... She doesn't look down, but she's kind of looking away as to kind of do the, okay, I heard that, but I'm not going to engage with it. Because she doesn't... I don't think she fully understands the circumstance of that's what they had.
Also, I have a... Karuk has a passive perception of 17.
He might have heard it.
Might have heard of it. You might have heard, but
He would not know it by that name, though.
Hmm.
Flower.
I'm pretty sure I have one of my basic botany books on me. Hang on. Proceeds to go to one of the other pockets to look for the book.
so crash flower is
Because
it-
Karuk
it
is literally,
functions-
like, picturing that he's holding an imaginary flower and crashing it into his hand.
crash flower is imagine like cooking flour, right? But
Uh-huh.
very earth infused. Effectively, or specifically, dirt infused. To
So it's like a brown gray powder type.
yeah. So like I said, it's design. Crash flower is designed to localize pain. It's designed to the things that are hurting you. It kind of absorbs them in that area.
Mhm.
All right. She
Dirt bread.
she returns,
Okay.
and in her hand is a jar, and within that jar, you notice. Roll me an int. Just a
Just
basic,
straight
basic
intelligence.
Yep. Actually, no, a medicine check. Sorry.
Medicine's arguably better, so hang on. Yeah!
So, you notice it. You realize. Well, you realize what's in there. It's something that's fairly new coming to to Kirsten Ollie. But these are
Does it have any adverse side effects?
these are pills.
Capsules? And yeah, that's directed to
They're not
Jane.
quite capsules. They're well, they're similar. They have the same similar effect. Just These are basically she explains like Advil style pills, right? Like it's
Is
eventually
it
condensed
liquid?
medicine. It's medicine that has been condensed into a singular like uniform piece.
Is it a tablet? Is it a
It's a
liquid gel?
tablet.
Like,
That's the word.
okay.
You've seen a few of these. It's still fairly rare in Kusanagi.
It it's rare, and it's typically for people who have been institutionalized. So it's, I see. I will have
One
to
of the
keep this in
finest,
mind.
one of the finest painkillers out there. We call it a. I'm trying to think of a name. Oh shit.
Dreas.
No.
I'm not sure what kind of medication name you're going for.
I was trying to go for alliteration. Jane's something.
Fair enough. Well, while you're coming up with the name, here's another question: is it a one time? Is it two? Like what's the dosage?
I would suggest one per day, and after that, if you need it, as needed.
Good to know. Oh,
Well,
before I forget, how much is this?
for this, it's gonna be roughly the raw thing.
This also the rations and camping supplies.
Roughly 54 gold.
And one more thing, and she'll
One
kind of
more thing.
rifle around in her jacket and pull out the piece of ammo and just set it on the counter. Do you have this in stock? You would certainly know more about it than I would.
I mean, I don't typically sell weapon ammunition here.
Do you know someone who does?
Yeah, down by the. You're gonna want to go ask Dan. He's a weapon supplier.
Fair enough. Would that weapon supply also include like scrolls and things, or would I have to browse here?
Oh, if you're looking for scrolls and spells, well.
I'm sorry, I'm taking so much of the shopping session. I need to do things.
That's fine. You're looking for scrolls and spells. Well, again, I'm more the alchemical type, but my brother, he's more of the spell slinger himself.
Is he here? Or is he another storefront?
And the lady is pushed aside. If you're looking for spells, Jeremy, can offer you my supply, as long as you're willing to pay prices for them. I am, of course, willing to barter.
Let's see what.
All right. So
Let's see what you have first.
Fucking okay.
Keeping these in scroll form for now. Spells will be Misty Step, Fly. And is there one more that I would want?
Mrs. Step is a yes. Fly is also a yes.
She's not the type to use. Well, she's not the type to actually use Fireball unless she absolutely has to. Aha! Glyph of Warding.
What exactly does Glyph of Warding do?
It is basically you inscribe a glyph onto something. If that glyph gets damaged, it causes a reaction that deals a fair bit of damage.
Okay.
Let me find it real fast. But those are the three off the top of my head right now that I would want to have. Even if it is in just scroll form.
Excuse me.
Guarding, guards and wards, no. Guidance, no. Where? I thought it was here. What the heck? Is it a... Oh, here it is. Glyph of Warding.
Third level, which means that.
I wish that I could show you this. But it is a third level abjuration spell.
Oh, I see it. I got it. So you said Misty Step, Fly.
Misty Step, Fly, and Glyph.
Those are both within the uncommon range, so 334 gold for Misty Step, 220 for Fly, 358 for Glyph of Warding.
Ooh, that is quite pricey.
Yep, that's spell scrolls are expensive.
Well, I can at least take Fly for right now, which that'll be fine. Because on top of the other expenses,
yeah,
I'm already at 54 for everything else.
Fair.
So let me do some math here. How much did you say Fly was? 220?
220.
220 plus 54. Alright. So that puts me at 274. Minus.
Rook will pay 70. We'll give you 75 to help chip in.
That won't be necessary, Greg. Most of this was personal expense.
He still shoves the 75, whether you like it or not, towards you.
74. Subtracting the 75 from that. Well, actually, no. I should add 75 to that. 496 plus 75 equal. That didn't. Math is hard.
Yeah.
Or at least typing it into the calculator is hard. So that puts me at 5. That puts me at 571. So that's Jane's painkiller. Which how much is actually in that bottle?
30 days
I ask. Ooh, nice. That's going in the trench coat.
Yeah.
As well as the scroll of life. And then the camping supplies and extra rations, which that should be enough to get us through our journey. Those will be in like a separate bag.
Yeah.
And then the ammo, that'll go back into things as well. All right, Garuk, can you think of anything else that we may or may not need?
I was going to ask if they have parts.
What kind of parts?
Monster parts. Basically
Why?
organs, limbs, things that he would need.
Need for what?
For medicine and making armor.
Mm-hmm.
People don't really. I mean,
Is what he needs.
That's not usually. That's not
Huh?
necessarily a very well carried thing.
Yeah, like even in most shops, we might need to go black market if we need to find something like that.
As far as any sort of monster parts, it's mostly just gonna be like spell catalysts.
Mm.
Because most of the world doesn't utilize the same method of crafting that you do. You are effectively the Untamed Wilds is effectively living in pseudo prehistoric times compared to the rest.
He's
of the world.
living in dinosaur.
Yeah, you're living in dino times.
He heard big city they could have supply. He heard supplies, so he's thinking, oh, they might have what I need, instead of me having to constantly go out and kill.
Right.
Yeah, which Beatrice is doing. Oh, I don't think we can find what you need, Garuk. At least not here. Do you know someone who is dealing in parts? I do realize that this might be an odd question to ask.
Aquasac, Trojan's Eye, a backplate of a gizzardlin. Wouldn't mind getting my hands on the fang of a raga beast, but I'd have to kill that.
Oh shit.
Not to mention get my hands on a flamer beast beamer, but that's for a sword.
For gore, there is one more. There's another thing that I forgot to do.
For gore.
Oh,
There's a thing
that is
might
right.
Be... What?
Considering that we are just bringing this up in front of shopkeepers,
What are you thinking of? I think you and
well,
I.
it's a case of we're talking.
I'm gonna have to call it soon.
Yeah. If we cannot get monster parts at least here, I do at least want to try and get the ammo, and then we can call it. Which, considering Dan's is like just down the street, from what I understand.
Yeah, I mean it's just gonna be 20 gold, or what is it, 10 gold to get 20? So for a gun, it's gonna be 10 gold to get like 30.
How about a box of 100?
All right.
I mean, considering what we may or may not be dealing with, the more ammo she has, the better off she'll be.
Yeah.
So, a box of 100.
Hundo.
If
So I'm gonna. Interesting. Okay.
I mean,
Fine.
if we just want to use the bolt and arrow rolls, then it would just be 5 gold. But that's completely up to you.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Alright.
I'm just trying to find a. Can I do this? Good, good, good. Good, yes. Interesting. What are you? What am you? That's actually really cool. So, and then let's go back to the place real quick. And okay, let's. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And all I'm gonna do is roll these 6 to see. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's interesting.
What?
Lovely.
Something.
Interesting.
What?
And I.
We'll find out sooner or later.
Yep.
If anything, that might be our cliffhanger.
They also heard of this in the burnt forest.
Boogeyman.
A gargantuan awakened plant roaming the burnt
Ah.
forest.
Hmm?
The lady got angry.
Not angry, more like I can get parts?
Again, the land got angry.
Yeah, the land got angry.
Well, the
Oddly
land
fitting
got angry,
that a
so
gargantuan awakened plant is erupting from the ground, or is going around in a burnt forest. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yep. But with the ammo contained in the bag with the rest of the camping supplies, because she certainly cannot fit it in the coats.
Yeah. So one thing that I'm doing for at least for Garuk's sake, is rolling for megafauna. For rumors of megafauna.
Ooh, plant monster. Yay, let's go.
If I roll above a 10, there are talks about it, and then I'll decide. I'll roll on a chart of whichever one. But yeah, that will be where we end off. We'll finish off doing the shopping next session in 2 weeks, hopefully. Again, I'm
So, just for people, that would be the 25th.
Yes. Again, I'm a little worn down today after today and the past 2 nights of not getting proper sleep.
Understandable.
Excuse me.
So,
Slept.
with all that being said, this has been Nova with my friends May, Dungeon Brewer, Skelos, and Rose. Catch you in the next video. Be sure to do all those lovely things.
Night fuckers!
Sir, can you please? Anyway,
Make sure to like,
all those-
comment, subscribe, follow, ring that notification bell.
do all that good stuff.